So he's giving her this award, and this is what she said about that. She said the MTV, the VMAs is such a fan-focused award show, so having that energy around me and knowing the people who had received the award in the past made it feel like a big deal. Wading through that speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments. I don't like to be put on blast. Okay. And she also, okay, so this is what he said. This is what Drake said in his speech to her that she claims was uncomfortable. He said, she is someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old. She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her, even though she's younger than me. She's living, breathing legend in the industry. She's a legend of hopping on Kizak, but okay. Now that particular part of the speech made her uncomfortable, okay? And what y'all gonna notice, the thumbnail for this stream is them at the VMAs. And look at his facial expression and look at hers, okay? Rihanna is somebody who she really, like, she's an empty shell, basically. You know, this is a woman who claims that she's in a relationship with a rich Arab, but she's flirting with LeBron James during the NBA Finals last year. Let's see. She also said in another article, if I can find it, she said that she didn't like being put on a pedestal. And I can assure y'all, and I've talked about this in a lot of videos, women do, for the most part, the majority of women do not like to be put on a pedestal. It bothers them. It really does. They see that as weak. Drake, you're simping for a female that done been ran completely through like a Mack truck. And I understand that you're trying to see one thing about Drake, and I understand this about Drake. Drake is a showman. Drake tries to put on a show. He's a showman, you know, with the speech and everything. He always tries to be extra. He's a showman, you know what I'm saying? But I even saw it when I watched the video clip of the speech. She did look uncomfortable, man. Because Rihanna, and she is a Pisces. She, you know, we Pisces are very low key. We like to be low key. We don't like to chase fame. This is why I don't make videos or live streams showing my face, because I'm not no fame seeker. I'm not trying to build a career and have people come up to me and say they know me and that they're fans of me and stuff like that. I'm not trying to build, a personality career. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that part of her being a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And one thing we don't like to really be surprised and caught off guard. And I think that speech caught her off guard. You know what I'm saying? What's up, young? Okay. Yeah, she did say she didn't like being put on a pedestal. And Drake did exactly what she did not want to be done, to be put on a pedestal. Women don't respect that. Okay? Now they made a good song together, and been working together, building a friendship. But Rihanna's the type of person, she utilizes these rappers, these entertainers for her career. She's not trying to get no relationships with these guys. You said Drake just had a baby? When was this? I didn't hear nothing about that. You see, Rihanna is the type of chick, she likes to just do whatever she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be held down. This is why I don't see her getting married. This is why I don't see her getting married. And I think once Drake heard those comments and realized that this chick really don't like him like that, despite the fact that he is probably the top selling rapper entertainer in the industry right now, that still didn't win her over. And this is why he's unfollowing her. He's saying, you know what, enough of that. Oh, really, Ron? Okay, I may have to do commentary on that, because I heard about that. I didn't know if it was, authentic or not. What's up, Turbine? And I see a lot of this pedestal putting on social media. You know what I'm saying? And you really don't have to do that with women these days. As long as you got money and, opportunities for women, they gonna throw it at you. But the problem is that you have a lot of dudes, man. They think that the best way to get on the woman's side is to compliment her. She said it, that she don't like compliments. A lot of women don't like compliments, especially a woman like Rihanna. Rihanna has been shown no respect by the men that she's been sleeping around with, No respect. So being respectful to somebody who's not known respect, it's a waste of energy, dude. But again, why wait days later to unfollow her? She basically is calling you a sucker, dude. She's calling you a sucker. And now all of a sudden, you want to wait to unfollow. And I tell y'all this, when I make commentary and people get upset because I say certain things, and I say certain things to hold, women accountable, you know what I'm saying? You will have dudes who will be upset about that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen dudes get upset. Look at the conscious community. Y'all just take a long, hard look at the conscious community. The conscious community is full of men who put women on the pedestal. They talk about how the black woman is God, when there's no proof of it whatsoever, but they'll say it just to get on these women's good side. Do y'all know that those women would never date men like that? They'll date you when they've had their, they had enough of, being on the Ferris wheel of fun. When they're in their 40s and they have these, gray dreads going out their head, and they're conscious, they're all about healthy eating and this and that, blah, 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 blah. That's the only time they're going to see all this viable. Yeah, like a lot of these chicks in the conscious community who talk about they want a black man, a lot of these women have, they sitting up there with long, like gray hair dreadlocks, okay? They trying to live some, what do you call it? Some West African traditional lifestyle, okay? They talk about how much they hate modernized society, but they enjoyed it previously. And I see this as, especially in the black community, how the tides have turned. We understand that pandering to the sisters is going to get us paid. I see brothers doing it now. If you want to get paid as far as getting donation support from people, you got to be one or two. You got to either pander heavy for the women or be for the black struggle. Y'all know I really don't do neither. I'm for the progression of black people, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the evils of the white man when I'm like, when I've been given opportunities as far as employment by white people. So I can't say that they're just bad people out to get us. You know what I'm saying? But they want to hear that. They want to hear that. That's what they want to hear. That's what they will support. But again, I don't care, because at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. Shout out to Gourmet Thursday, getting the super chat started. Hit the likes, JDB family. Hit the likes, man. Everybody who supports Jada Black, hit the likes. You know, share this content, okay? Because I know some of y'all watch me in secret. You don't want nobody to know that you red pilled. I understand that. Well, actually, I don't. But anyway, you know. So when you look at Drake and Rihanna, I see this as Drake saying, you know what? I've accomplished so much and it's not enough for her. So I want people to understand me when I say this. People want to call me doing a stream. The one thing about Drake that I do respect is the fact that he has worked hard and the fact that he hasn't wifed up anybody. Now he's apparently having a kid now. So we got to see if that's the truth, but like I said, one thing I can respect about Drake is that he did the right thing with his career. But with women, that's his fatal flaw. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely his fatal flaw. So